Today I want to tell you about the 5 best games you should check out on Xbox Game Pass. I'll try and pick games that aren't the most popular picks, as instead of recommending you to check out Halo 5 or Halo Master Chief Collection, Sea of Thieves, or big AAA games like Outriders, I want to try pick games that maybe flew under the radar for a lot of people, or just a bit smaller, or just didn't receive a lot of attention at launch. I'll also be trying to get as many games that are available on PC and console, but some won't, and I'll list that in the video. But let's jump right on in. This game may be more of a known game, but it's one game I need to bring up. Sunset Overdrive is developed by Insomniac Games, who would go on to develop the Spider-Man games and the more recent Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart after being acquired by Sony. But this game is truly incredible, and it does deserve a sequel, as it has addicting gameplay with a unique and funny story with an excellent open world to boot. With a massive and unique set of weaponry, and incredible gameplay, an incredible world, and genuinely great story, I really believe you should check out Sunset Overdrive. It's something that I think you'll love from start to finish. It's such a unique game, and I really think you should give it a shot. Well, let's move on. Wasteland 3 is an excellent RPG and strategy game that you can find yourself losing hours in, with its deep and engaging narrative that reacts according to your choices and capturing the feeling of an old school Fallout game with truly meaningful choices. It's a great game with an engaging narrative and an exciting combat that can be challenging on harder difficulties, especially when the game throws tons of enemies at you in some encounters. I really think you should check this one out. I've spent my save came up to 30 hours. There's tons of content. There's even a first DLC out for now. That's not on Game Pass though. But there's so much content. It's really fun. There's even co-op, so you can play it with a friend or you can play it solo. It's a really good game I think you should check out. Let's move on. Recently receiving a Series X and S upgrade, Plague Tale Innocence is the closest to a Naughty Dog-esque game you'll find on Xbox. With a phenomenal story and solid enough gameplay, it's a great game with gorgeous graphics that'll have you stopping to take screenshots every 5 minutes. If you can escape the swarms of hundreds if not thousands of rats chasing you through the streets though. I really recommend this one. It's a really solid adventure with a great story. The gameplay is not the best. I'll be fair, the gameplay isn't really exciting or invigorating, and it's not going to keep you on your toes. But the graphics is so worth it. The story this game tells is really good. I really think you should check it out. Let's move on. A launch title for the original Xbox One back in 2013. This game was dismissed as many as a QuickTime event simulator, and to be fair, it does have a lot of QuickTime events, but the game has a deep and engrossing story with a satisfying gameplay with some incredibly brutal animations. The story I personally thought was really well done, and it really grabbed me, and graphically to this day it's still a hell of a looker and to be fair, in 2023 it will be almost a 10-year-old game. It even has a co-op multiplayer arena, so you can grab a friend or just matchmake if people are still playing. I'm not sure about that. But you can matchmake or grab a friend and, well, play some co-op multiplayer, just hard mode, and unlock characters and items and stuff. So it can keep you playing even after the campaign rolls credits. State of Decay 2 is an excellent zombie survival action game. It launched really rough, but nowadays I think it's one of the best zombie game experiences, and it stands side by side with some of the titans of zombie games like Dying Light for example. This game has a unique permadeath feature for your survivors, meaning death is permanent. So if your character dies, like maybe they get attacked by a zombie, or you go raid another camp and they get shot or killed by a zombie, they're gone forever. You cannot get them back. And I think it's a really unique feature that you should really check out. The game also still receives content updates to this day, almost 3 years after its launch. Hell, it might even be 4 years now. It has tons of quality of life updates still on the pipeline, as the third game is announced, but there's still tons coming to the second game. I think it deserves the #1 spot, as it had a really rough launch, but nowadays it really should be given a shot. It's really also kind of relaxing sometimes. You can be just driving down the highway, going into towns, looting houses, and just being stealthy, but then a zombie comes from behind and absolutely almost kills you. Please check this one out though. I've had so much fun. I've been playing State of Decay for years. There's so much content, it keeps getting bigger, and I really think you should check it out. And that's my list. If you have your own, put your own list down in the comments below, as, you know, the more games you suggest in the comments, the more people that will read it, and we'll just all have more games to play. So, if you enjoyed the list, please drop a like down below, or subscribe if you liked it that much, but don't feel obliged, and have a lovely day.